Um, is this thing on? Hello. Welcome to Doll Flippers. It's Cody. Today we're gonna be looking at Furby ideas that I had. If you're a weirdo on Tumblr like I am, you might have noticed, the weird Furby mods that go on. uh, so Furby was a big toy that started back in the 90s, and people had mixed feelings about them, but now in this ripe age of 2018 where everything has gone to shit, people are just kind of all over them again. But not really in the way where an old doll collector would be, preserving dolls and wanting to keep them in quote-unquote mint condition, like not even taking them out of the box. I don't really know what the point is of that. I don't know if it's display or whatever, but what's the point of having a doll if you're not going to play with it? And that's what the Furby modders do. Short for modification, of course. They like to modify things. If you Google Tumblr Furby mods, you'll see really cute things and then really bizarre things. They're cute by acquired taste, And it started with a toy called a Furby. It was called the Long Furby. It was made from a Furby buddy, and a lot of fabric was added to its bottom, and it became the Long Furby, and everyone loves it. Now there are Long Furbies of different kinds. They are seen as the original's progeny. That's fancy talk for her children. And then that just spawned weirder things from there. So what I'm gonna do is do a little showcase of some Furby stuff that I want to see happen. Here we go. This is the car Furby. I'm gonna be putting a layer behind this so you can see. It would be a Furby of any make. Probably a Furby buddy would be the best because they're not full of mechanical stuff. If you Google them, they're smaller. They don't have metal pieces in them. They don't move or anything or talk, but they're cute. And it would be, fused onto an RC car. The car Furby would be a lot of fun if you want to fool your guests into thinking that you have a pet on wheels. Kind of like a Roomba, but with a face. If anyone wants to do this shit, go right ahead. The next one was the Catbred Furby. This is based off of a vintage meme. Wow. If you look up cat breeding on Google, I'm just gonna keep saying if you do this on Google, so I don't get a copyright strike on my second video, then you would see cat breads, which were putting cats' faces into slices of bread. It was very cute. The way you would do this is, I guess, you would sew a piece of fabric bread onto the face of a Furby. That would be really cute. Can you tell how enthusiastic I am? Then we would want to look at this motherfucker. This is based off of A Christmas Story. The Christmas Story was a series of vignettes surrounding a boy named Ralph and his little brother Randy and his dysfunctional parents. And Ralph had a quest to get a BB gun, and everyone was telling him that you'll shoot your eye out. And then that happened, and it was like, oh, whoops, moral of the story. Don't give your kids guns. I'm political. So this is based off of a famous scene in the Christmas Story where the dad buys a lamp and it looks like a lady's leg, and the lampshade is a skirt. Yeah, I respect women. It's a funky little aesthetic piece. You'd have to chop off the Furby's legs, but it's for a good cause, I guess. This is just a big spoiler alert, I guess you could call it, because this is all going to be stuff I'm going to be showing you in the future. I'm trying to find... The next one would be the Ice Cream Furby. Yay! The Ice Cream Furby would be really cute. You would just kind of put a Furby in a big fabric ice cream cone. It'd be cute if you gave it like Neapolitan fur or made it look like ice cream. You'd be like, hey Furby, and the Furby would be like, do? That means what in Furbish? Now you got a linguist lesson. I'm a very cunning linguist. Then there's the Jack-o'-Furby, which is just you could just make a jack-o'-lantern with a Furby's face, but this would be a lot cuter, especially if you can keep the voice box and all the mechanical functions in it. It would have to be a taller pumpkin, but if you can make this work, then... Hey, Shark Tank. I got your number. Happy Halloween. I think that this was an idea of a friend of mine's. If I can remember who it is, I will credit them retroactively. This is the Lobster Furby. The Lobster Furby would be what happens if you take off the fabric of the ears, the little fur, and you put lobster claws on it. It wouldn't have a sophisticated enough robot to make the lobster claws clack, but I think it'd be cute. I know what the kids like. I gotta check to make sure that this is... Thank you. That was homework and conversations with friends, respectively. Then we have... This is definitely a friend's idea. The Muscle Weenie. He's got very muscular legs. And a little hot dog weenie. It's cute. I hope I'm already demonetized. Oh, let me put the back on it. Yeah! What a brazen boy. What a strong boy. Right next to the Muscle Weenie is just plain old muscular Furby. I'm pretty sure I took these muscles from some sort of wrestling doll. It would have to be much bigger than a wrestling doll, though. And I just kind of shopped them onto the Furby. He's ready to fucking fight for you. Or they, you know. Let me not stereotype masculinity onto a genderless creature. It's true. If you look up Furbies, gender is not a thing. They were ahead of the game. Maybe that's why Tumblr likes it. Now we have the Plant Furby. The Plant Furby would be a lot of fun if the, the pelt was all flowery or floral and shit. You can do anything with a Furby. I've seen it. You can just change its fur, change its eyes, change the color of its beak, take off its beak. It's fun. It's aesthetic. They're not going to be making any new ones. Might as well just use up our resources. I'm joking, of course. I love Furby mods. This one would be a lot of fun. As you can see, it's a different model because I needed a 3/4 view. Look at it. It reminds me of the little pull toys. You know, the little ducks. You pull on the string, and they quack. And they've got babies behind them. This would be a lot of fun if you've got a kid, or someone who likes pulling on things in a stimulatory way. Just kind of have them glide around the house. It's a mama and her babies. Or, again, what is gender for a Furby? What is a god to a non-believer? Speaking of Roombas, we also have the Roomba Furby. This would be a lot of fun. If I had a house, if I ever can get out of this hellhole that I live in, I would love to have a Roomba. And what better way to decorate a Roomba than with a Furby on top? I'd like my Furby to be talking, but since the batteries are down here and the Roomba charger is up here, it might be a little difficult, so we may have to have it be optionally detachable. This would be a lot of fun. How many of these do I have left? Oh yes, the Spider Furby. The Spider Furby would be a lot of fun if it was either mobile or stationary, but this one I based off of an RC spider toy, and I fused the Furby on top of it. Just have them skittering around, traumatizing your friends. It's fun. You won't be invited places anymore, but that's okay. This one has a bad preview, but it's the Teddy Furby. You might be thinking, why? And to that I simply say, why not? This would be a lot of fun if you hate children. Let's move on to the next one. Are there any more left? Yes, the final one on this list is the Totem Pole Furby. It would be 3 Furbies sewn on top of each other, foot to head and foot to head. It would be a lot of fun to replace the fur with this one, because I'm sure with all the holes that you'd have to rip in it to connect everything, it might be a little shorter than you want at the end, but yeah, Totem Pole Furby. You can make as many of these moving as you want. So that's my presentation. I hope you hated it. Goodbye.